everybody, I'm Gregory Dillon and welcome to another episode of Boy Meets Beauty. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have loved all of your comments and questions and feedback, so it has been awesome. And of course, just a reminder to go check out the other videos and subscribe because I want to keep you updated. So today, I like to change it up, so I'm doing something a little different. You notice there's no products around me because I'm giving you straight up advice today. I always get questions on what should I do to my skin? How should I do this? But, I want to talk about what you shouldn't do to your skin because in talking with my clients, I recognize that there's a lot of mistakes people are making. So these are my top 5 skincare don'ts. That's right, top 5 mistakes that people are making with their skincare at home. So number 1, and you would think this would be so obvious. Number 1 is to not protect your skin. And I mean with SPF and antioxidants. Living in a city, especially like Los Angeles, there's tons of pollution in the air. And what you need to do is protect your skin with a moisturizer that's rich in antioxidants. So I'm sure you've heard the word antioxidants. It's all over the place. So what do? Antioxidants neutralize and combat free radical activity. So free radicals are like little lightning bolt scavengers that attack our skin cells and cause premature aging and damage. So, a good antioxidant is going to create like a shield and protect those skin cells and keep them healthier. In the same breath, sunscreen, super important. I always hear, I only wear sunblock when I'm on vacation and, there's like a little bit in my moisturizer. No. For every day, you need a minimum of 15. And that's just if you're walking from like your car to work to lunch and back and vice versa. If you're gonna actually spend time in the sun, you really, really wanna make sure you're wearing at least an SPF 30. Physical sunblock is going to actually bounce the sun's rays off of the skin, and chemical sunblock is going to absorb the rays. Even if it's cloudy out, the sun is still out. So SPF is a must. So there we are with our number 1 don't. Don't leave the house unprotected. So go out and get yourself a good antioxidant-rich, sunscreen included moisturizer. Moving on to number 2, this is one I get all the time. Oh my gosh, I just got like a bunch of new products. I'm trying them all. Or I'm so frustrated, I'm just keep on switching my products. Well, slow your roll, amigo. The thing is like your skin cells take 28 days to be born, come to the surface, die, and fall off. Of course, that process slows down as we get older. But what you need to do is actually give a new skincare product time to work. Obviously right from the get-go, you're gonna be able to tell if you like the texture, maybe the scent, how it feels on the skin, and it should give you an initial like glow or radiance to the skin that you actually really, really like. But don't expect a miracle in like 4 days. A lot of times people will try a sample and say, I didn't see anything. Well, it's like, well, you only tried a sample. That's just to see if it kind of likes it and agrees with you. The other problem is, testing too many skincare products at once. It's like, sensory overload for the skin. I recommend testing 1 product on the skin at a time for the area. So if you're testing out a new toner, well, you can also test out an eye cream. But if you're testing out like a moisturizer and a toner, and a serum all at once, you're not gonna know which one's actually doing its job and which one you like the best. So slow it down and keep it to kind of like a 1 at a time thing and be patient. Try it out after, I know everyone's like, I don't want to wait a month. I know I'm like the least patient person ever, but at least give it a couple weeks to see if you see a difference in the skin. A great way to gauge that is ask other people. Honestly, you'll get compliments if your skincare is good. And also, take a selfie. It's a great way to see how you're progressing with your skincare products. I do it all the time in the studio with my clients before treatments to kind of see how we're doing going along and to really keep track of the progress that we're making. So don't forget, be patient with your products and don't do too many at a time. I love multitasking, but not in the bathroom. Next one, speaking of a lot of products, overdoing your skin. I can't tell you how often I have clients that are like, well, I'm doing an exfoliating serum at night, and then I bought this new scrub, and I'm also doing this mask like every other day, and I'm like, don't, oh my God, stop. I'm like, that's way too much. You want to make sure you're not over exfoliating and stripping your skin. You know, exfoliate no more than once or twice a week for drier skin, 2 or 3 times for oilier skin. And you don't want to double up in the same day. So if you're using, you know, a scrub in the morning, don't use an exfoliating serum. And actually your exfoliation is better at night because when you exfoliate, the sun, you know, your skin is more susceptible to sun damage. So it makes more sense to do all of that at night. And with that said, you know, you don't need to like scrub a floor with your exfoliating scrub. The concept is more of like, think of marbles on glass, like rolling it around the skin. You want to polish the skin, not scrub it. I learned once in a while scrubs are for floors, I know, but we all still say scrubs, right? And especially like, you know, scrubbing your skin and then doing an exfoliating mask and an exfoliating serum, it's too much. So a great way to actually get even better results from the skin is to dial it down. A lot of people think that, you know, the more the product burns, the redder I get and the harder I do it, that it's gonna work better. That's not true. You shouldn't have to impart like any trauma in the skin for your skincare products to work. So be gentle and, you know, space it out. Exfoliate every other day or, you know, flip-flop your exfoliators if you're doing like a serum and a manual exfoliator. That's a much better way to treat your skin with a little TLC and to also get some really, really fabulous results. Okay, so the next one I'm about to go a little crazy on because this is like my biggest pet peeve with all of my friends and clients who pick their face. Do not pick your face. I don't care if that zit is driving you crazy. I don't care if you are an armchair esthetician. Don't pick your face. It is so bad for your skin. You know, as an esthetician, my colleagues and I are trained in how to actually properly treat blemishes, extract them, and treat them. You know, we have the tools and the equipment to make sure it's done properly and that it doesn't get infected or get worse. I can't tell you how many times I have people come in and their face is just a mess and I'm like, you've been picking at your skin, and they're like, I know. I'm like, well, I told you not to. This is a prime reason why you want to go see an esthetician or just be a little bit more patient. Use a spot treatment, you know, talk to a skincare professional or spend some time online seeing what are the best options that can treat your concerns for your breakout. Picking your skin is going to cause marks, discoloration, potentially scarring and infection, and just make things worse. And then you come to me and I give you a lecture and we like sob for a minute because it just sucks. So do me that favor, do not pick your skin. I know y'all last night were like up in the mirror like, no, and no. Pinky swear with me right now that you're not going to pick your skin anymore because I'm watching. And if you do, I'm going to come scold you and give you, you know, skincare one-on-one. Although that would probably be fun. Anyway, so the last thing that I want to talk about that is a big mistake in getting fabulous skin is sleep. I know. There's a reason why we say, I didn't get enough beauty sleep. Sleep is amazing for your skin. When we sleep is when our skin goes hard to work to repair itself. So this is actually a really prime time to treat our skin to something special and use specialty serums and products that were developed at night for regeneration, exfoliation, anti-aging. Your skin works miracles when we're sleeping, and it shows on your skin. I can always tell when someone comes in and I'm like, you just haven't been sleeping enough. My friends will ask me, what's your #1 tip to great skin? And I say, a good night's sleep. It does wonders. So I know a lot of us are night owls. I'm totally a night owl. I could stay up forever, you know, on my iPad, Googling, watching TV, reading, texting. Make sure you're getting a good amount of sleep. And if you have a really crazy lifestyle, try to catch up on your sleep on the weekend. I think you'll see that with a little bit of extra sleep, you'll get an increased glow and bounce and radiance to the skin. And you know what? It's free. Free $99. My favorite price point. You cannot beat that. And let's be honest, it feels amazing. So we know there's like a gajillion other benefits to sleep as it is. So let's review. The things that we're not gonna do anymore. I want you to put your hand on like Vogue or Glamour or something and put the other one up and say, I blank do solemnly swear to not go out of the house without my skin protected with sunscreen or antioxidant moisturizer, not to go bat crazy with my products and try like 18 at a time and be patient with them for results, not to overdo it on my skin and scrub it like a floor or act like I'm sanding an old piece of furniture. Definitely not going to pick my skin. And last but not least, going to try to sleep more. So, thank you for listening, as always. I want to know what you guys thought of these. I thought it was something a little different to do, so hopefully you enjoyed it. I will be back very soon with another video. I've got all sorts of things up my short sleeves to share with you guys that I'm super duper excited about. So, in the meantime, don't forget, check the end of the video and follow me on all of my social media at Gregory'sLA on Instagram and Twitter, facebook.com/GregoryDillonBeauty, and of course my website and blog, GregoryDillonBeauty.com/blog. Until then, thanks so much for tuning in. Have a fabulous week and keep it beautiful.